Cancers, it's AD with kayxztarot, and I'm going to be doing your December 2018 monthly readings. Welcome if you are new, welcome back if you're old. Thank you so much, Cancers. You made it into the top 3 again, and I appreciate your love and support. All right, couple of quick announcements. I am going to be doing a holiday special, a $15 full card reading. All right, so that's 6 cards for $15. In case you guys really want some insight into next year, just stuff, just general questions like that. I didn't want to do something, because I consider myself to be Mrs. Claus. No, I'm just kidding. I don't, but, whatever. And I also did this really cool interview with the peace dealer called Peace Talks, and so I'm going to be leaving the description for that in the box below in case you want to get to know me. He asked some questions about my journey with spirituality. It's just really a lot of fun. So if you have the time and you're bored and you have nothing else to watch, I suggest me. All right? Anyways, and so with that being said, I apologize if these messages don't resonate with you. When you're doing general readings, I'm not sure what energies are going to come through. There's no telling what energies are going to come through. So just be mindful. Don't make things fit that don't fit. And feel free to explore YouTube to find a reading that has to, that's more suited for your needs. All right? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into your reading. All right. And boom, how beautiful. Right off the rip, we are in your energy, Cancers. Okay? Alright, so we just had the 5 of Wands fly out, alright? So Cancer, basically this is conflict, okay? And it can be an inner conflict too, but basically there's a struggle for power and dynamic. So there's a lot of kind of cooks in the kitchen when I see this, right? This can have to do with people playing games, but this is more so games with passion, right? Games of not necessarily love, but just power play. So a lot of you guys might be in conflict with other people surrounding you, or you're in conflict with yourself, but there's definitely a theme of ego. Oh, shit. Hold on. Dropped quite a bit. Did I get them all? Okay. I dropped so many. But it does seem that there might be, some opportunities that are going to be coming in for you. Some opportunities to possibly work with other people. And so you're going to have to use some discernment to get there. Or some of you guys are finding out about a third-party situation. And that's going to be brought to light. But let's see what's in the actual spread. Those are just some cards that flew out. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy we have is the Magician card. And so this is a beautiful underlying energy because basically, this is the card of manifestation. Could be dealing with an Aries, but as above, so below. So pay attention to what's happening up, and that's cosmically, okay? So pay attention to what's happening up. Pay attention to your horoscope and all that other stuff because all those energies are going to be manifesting themselves down below, which has to do with us. But the more important thing about this particular card is all of the tools that he has in order to be successful. So the underlying energy for December, which is awesome, is the power of manifestation. You have all that you need in order to get what you want. It's just a matter of how are you going to do that and what is it that you want, Cancer, okay? The heart of this reading we have is the 8 of Wands, travel, communication, action, followed by the 7 of Cups as kind of the not the underlying energy, but the foundation, sorry. The Queen of Wands as the present, moving to the Two of Wands, all right? So decisions need to be made as the most likely outcome, and then the Ten of Cups being the card of advice, Cancer. So this is a very beautiful reading, all right? So again, we start off with Magician. So this is the power of manifestation. So your underlying energy is, what do you want? What are you going to do with it? You have all these tools. What are you making? What are you building? Are you building your brand? Are you building a household? Are you trying to build relationships? What is it that you're putting your energy into? And once you come up with that, and once you really put that in, it's game time. It is absolute action time, all right, with this Eight of Wands here. Some of you guys might even be traveling. But for a lot of you guys, it's just communication. You guys are going to be opening up, talking. There's going to be communication coming in from people that you haven't spoken to in a while. You're going to be networking, meeting new people, starting business, really building yourself and kind of like your brand. Some of this is going to be happening online too, so be mindful of that. But I just see action, moving with haste and moving very quickly, okay? So a lot of you guys are really going to be taking some action. I with this particular combination, even though it's not here, I kind of see this as, oh, come on now. Nails. All right, I kind of see this as kind of like a chariot, moment, where a lot of you guys are just going to be moving quite quickly into your divine power, and it's going to be happening faster than like you absolutely thought. But the underlying energy that we have here is the Seven of Cups. So some of you guys are moving out of a state of confusion. A lot of you guys are moving out of a state of being overwhelmed and not knowing which direction to take, okay? So there's a lot of options that are here for you. There's a lot of options for what you're going to do with this Magician energy that you've been so blessed with, all right? Multi-talented. I'm getting a lot of multi-talented. I'm getting just a lot of interest in a lot of different things, and now you've kind of feel like your foot's to the fire, and now it's time for you to pick something. But just pick something. Pick something that you love. Like I was saying earlier, pick something that you love and you can learn something new every day. Don't pick something stale, okay? But this should be something that should be emotionally fulfilling, right? But you have that inner guidance and intuitiveness. We start off with the Queen of Cups here. So there's an intuitiveness that's in this reading. And so don't doubt your instinct, okay, Cancer? Whatever it is that you feel, okay, that you want to move and do, that is what you should put your energy towards. And so the present energy that we have is in fact the Queen of Wands, and what a beautiful energy. This is my celebrity card. This is my Rihanna card. This bitch gets the things done. She's hot. She's popping. Everybody's looking at her. People want to be her. Bitches want to, fight her because she's just so great. All right. So there's an energy here of just really owning and stepping into your power, especially that divine feminine power, the Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of Passions, the Queen of sexiness. She exudes a certain confidence, that is kind of untouchable. And some of you guys definitely need to channel that as you're manifesting what it is that you're going to do. Whatever these options whatever these options that are coming in for you, own that shit. Own it, rock it, wear it, sell it, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the Queen of Wands energy. And so with all of this movement that's happening, you move to the Two of Wands, Cancer. So some of you guys really are getting the whole world in your hands, quite literally. And you're like, well, what the fuck am I going to do with it? And to you, I say, whatever the fuck you want. Period. All right? Whatever you want. Don't try to stay thinking for too long, okay, with this 2. You want to move into the 3. You want to move into progress. You want to move to sending off those ships, right? But it seems like your most likely outcome is you're really going to be weighing your pros and cons. You're really going to be sitting and trying to think through what exactly needs to be done. And this could be in a practical manner. This could be like, well, what steps do I need to take in order to be successful, okay? That could very easily be the case with that Two of Wands there. And the card of advice we have is the Ten of Cups. So look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. This really happy, overabundance, overjoyed family celebration. Just like really, really great energy. But it's because you fucking earned it. And so when I say that, this Seven of Cups, right? You're going to want to pick something. Whatever your decision you make and whatever action you're putting towards, right? Or whatever you're using your clout for, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that it makes you emotionally happy. Make sure that it brings you emotional fulfillment. Don't, quote, sell out, if that makes sense. Don't settle for practicality where you're just like, this makes the most sense for me at this time. Stuff changes all the time, Cancer. And so I think that with this being the card of advice, really focus on your happiness, what you want to do. What is it that you're trying to get out of life? What is it that makes you happy? And with that, start doing that, start moving that, and the universe is going to meet you, you know, not only halfway, they're going to take you all the way, all right? So really be aware of that, because these are some beautiful energies. I love the Magician being the underlying energy, so that means that you have the power, and man, fucking wield it, because there's going to be action that needs to be taken, all right? You don't want to stay dazed and confused and lost in the Seven of Cups. You don't want to be like, oh, no. And we all know that Cancers, you know, I'm a Cancer rising, you know, and I love Cancers. My sister's a Cancer. But we all know that Cancers can stay in that, oh, Mr. Krabs meme, that, oh, for a very long time. But that's not what we want. We're going to need to make some decisions. And there's some decisions that are definitely going to be made. But, you know, take that time. Wait for this retrograde to kind of fade out, you know what I'm saying? You bought yourself a little bit of time, Cancer. But just really focus on what's going to make you happy, what's going to bring you some emotional fulfillment, okay? All right. Let's get some oracles going. Shit. So we have water fly out, okay? So this is your energy right here, and that's that intuition that I was saying, that intuition to follow. And just kind of being in tune and in depth with, like, your emotions, going in and listening to that psyche, you know? Because there are a lot of options. There are a lot of options that you're being presented with. And so I can understand how you don't know which way to go, you know, on like a, I don't know which way to go level. But you actually know where to go. Okay. So you're not going to pull that shit over on me, guy. Alright. And we also had Jupiter. Just flew out, all right? Enjoyed this. And we're in Sagittarius season, so totally makes sense. But this is expansion and growth. This is kind of what I'm saying. So with these action cards that are going to be here, what are you expanding and growing to? And mind you, Jupiter is very, very lucky, so luck is on your side. So there are blessings and abundance that are going to be coming towards you. How are you going to use it? It's kind of what I'm getting, and the way to answer that is with your own natural. You're not going to find that answer. You can find guidance from friends, but you're not going to find that answer outward. It's really coming from within. Okay? It's really, really coming from within. You know, education, learning new things. Some of you guys are going to be learning how to build a business, okay? Really studying the ins and out of it. And then we have don't let pride get in the way, Cancer. So that's for some of you guys. Okay. And pride can be, when I see that card, it also, you know, it's, don't be afraid to take risks because you're scared that you're going to fail, or you're scared of how it's going to look to people if you, quote, fail. There's no failures. It's only opportunities for learning, okay? So don't think that you're trying to save face before you even started, Cancer. That doesn't make sense. So if you're in this Two of Wands moment and you're deciding what you're going to do, don't let people play into that. That's only you, right? Especially if you're trying to do something that's untraditional, okay? Don't be too prideful, and keeping up status and reputation. All right, it's going to work out for you in the end. So try not to be too caught up with how you appear, especially if you're afraid that you're not going to be successful in it. All right. Right, and then look at this. We have prosperity lies ahead, okay? So that's exactly what I was saying. Luck is on your side, all right? Expansion is on your side. Emotional prosperity is on your side, so don't question it. And it's because you're putting in the work. It's because you're using your tools in order to make moves happen. And then look at this. Confidence is your key to success, and that's exactly what I was saying, right? So we have two Leo energies, two fire energies here, right? And that's kind of what you need, especially to counter this water. You're going to need the confidence. You're going to need, it goes exactly what I was saying. You're going to need the confidence to whatever your spirit is telling you or guiding you to do. You're really going to have to believe that that's what it is. And you're not going to be able to take no for an answer. You're not going to be able to listen to negative people and even your personal negativity, okay? Because Cancers can tend to be very self-critical. That's not something that you want right here. You are the Queen of Wands, okay? Oops. You absolutely are the Queen of Wands. Look at all this fire energy here. Okay? And it's confidence. It's because she walks into a room and she fucking owns it. And she's not afraid of what people think. Now, the thing that you can say is don't let pride get in the way. The other end of it is don't be too prideful of yourself to the point where nobody can talk to you and nobody can guide you and help you. But I think it's really more of just getting to that point of where you're like, what? You know? And then you and your loved ones are safe. So that goes back to taking that risk that I was telling you about. It's like, you're going to be successful in doing it, Cancer. Just be confident. Just be confident and don't be a negative Nelly. Especially if it doesn't look the way that you want it to look. Oh, my nose is itching. So sorry. Oh, excuse me. Whoops. Oh, I'm dropping cards. You guys win the record. And then we have joy. Boom. How beautiful, especially with the Ten of Cups. You know, joy. Overwhelming joy. This is internal joy. Joy like a child. Alright? Because of the actions that are going to be taken. Because there's just so much movement here. And, like, you have so much freedom to take those reins and go in any direction that you want. So there's a lot that, and I think a lot of joy comes from that because a lot of you guys aren't tied to anything. When I say tied to nothing, I'm saying, like, not to, like, family. Some of you guys are married. Some of you guys have kids. So, obviously, you have those responsibilities. But as far as, like, your life and your destiny, it's like now if you feel like you're walking into that, the pathway that you take to your prosperity is up to you. And that's really, really kind of an exciting thing. And then you have benediction that just flew out. So, that's very feminine, divine energy, okay? So, it goes straight with that water intuition. But when I see benediction, that's just a very feminine energy to me. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just learning how to understand your power, understanding that, like, emotional intelligence is intelligence, understanding that, you know, being able to read a room, understanding when somebody's in a bad mood or whatever, all that shit is a talent, alright? And so with that, use that to your benefit, okay? Because the Queen of Wands knows how to read a room, she knows how to get what she wants, and she knows who to ask. She knows how to ask. She knows who to ask to get it from, alright? And you have planetary cycles that just came out. So this is definitely a cycle that's happening, and you guys are definitely starting on the beginning of a new one with that Magician here. But the difference between these other cycles that you started is you're really starting off as the cool girl. You're really starting off with the upper hand, okay? So sometimes if you felt like you were down and out, you guys have learned some lessons that you were supposed to learn. You guys are coming back more confident than you have before. And this new cycle that you're starting, you truly have everything that you need in order to be successful. So your success is up to you. You know, not your success, but it's just like your joy and all this other stuff. It's really a matter of how much you put in because you are really set up for some great fucking shit. Luck is truly on your side, Cancer. So now's the time to really pursue yourself and don't be afraid to take some risks and make some decisions and really make that money move. All right, Cancer? So please let me know if this resonated. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget about the special that I'm doing, all right? Again, all the information is going to be in the description box below, including the decks and the crystals that I use, all right? So thank you, Cancers. Peace. Until next time.